Hello friends, welcome to this session. Today we are solving a very interesting question from geometry. This is a difficult question. I mean, comparatively in an exam condition, this is a difficult one. Okay, so we'll be solving it. Again, it's taken from a past mock. We're discussing a lot of past mock questions in our classes. If you're interested, CAT 2026 batches are live. Get in touch. There is a lot of information that you can see in your screen right now. Pause the video, read the information, and if you feel like you need expert guidance, please get in touch. Okay, now let's come back to this question. Let's read it properly and then try and solve it. So it says there is a rectangle PQRS given, and then two identical circles are drawn with respective centers A and B. So I know this is the centers A and B, and they're identical, so interesting. They're touching the lengths, both the lengths of the rectangle and exactly one of the breadths. Now there's a semicircle also drawn with its diameter along PQ, that is the diameter of the semicircle. Semicircle का तो जो भी length है वो diameter ही होगा along PQ, and the arc of the semicircle touching both the circle. If the radius of the semicircle equals the distance between the two circles, this was a very important and a very interesting question. If the radius of the semicircle equals the distance between the two circles, then you need to find what is the ratio of the length and the breadth. That's it. Now, before I solve this question, before I start, getting into this question, I would like to show you the exam, what the institutes that ask you these type of question, what sort of, solution schematic they want you to work around. So some, all this is fine. All this is completely fine. We teach all of this in our classes. Okay. But I'm not going to solve it like this. If you can understand using the solution schematic, good luck. I'm not going to even see it at it. It's age-old methods. Let's try and understand if we can solve it in an optimal way. So what I would like all of you to understand is that symmetrical figure. Okay, why am I saying a symmetrical figure? Circles, identical, semicircle, rectangle, all of these are symmetrical figures. So first of all, let's understand. Okay, so let's try and understand that what is it that we need to calculate. We need to calculate the length and the breadth of the rectangle. So in order to do that, I would go and assume some values for the radius. For example, radius of the identical circle, the big circles, I would assume radius to be 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, depending upon what what fits my bill. But this is not haphazardly doing. This is very intelligent guesswork, so that it should fit some mechanism. Now understand what I'm saying. I need the length, right? So I would, let me use this color. So I would need this much. Now I know this is my radius, and I know this much is also my radius. So there are 2 R's there that I can see, actually 4 R's and this distance. Okay. And then if I drop this line, you should know that whenever you drop radius drawn on the tangent of a circle is always perpendicular. PQ is a tangent to the circle, the identical circles, right? So this will always be a 90 degree. The radius will always drop a perpendicular on the tangent. Okay. So far so good. Now let us assume this to be the center of the semicircle. Now if I try to draw a line that connects me to the semicircle, okay, please pay attention. So from this much to this much, I know this is radius, okay. What about this length, the red length? This is small r. I can assume this to be the small r. This is what they have done, right? But I'm going to do something else. And since this triangle now corresponds to a right angle triangle. Interesting, okay. This is a very interesting figure now. It's a right angle triangle. Okay. Now, what have I taught you about right angle triangles in our classes? Right angle triangles, triplets. What is a triplet that comes to your mind? The simplest triplet, Pythagorean triplets, right? 3, 4, 5 is a